Calvin Rich. My opponents affirm that the U.S. government should reenfranchise or return voting rights to all prisoners, regardless of current status, whether on probation, incarcerated, or parole. My purpose is to persuade the audience that disenfranchising voting rights to felons is fair and just. The U.S. government takes crime very serious, which is why many states have disenfranchised criminals of their voting rights. Do you believe voting is a fundamental right for citizens? Voting gives the citizens the right to express their opinions and morals when it comes to politics. Our government sets principles or laws that, if broken or not followed, can punish those who break them to the extent of that law. In the past, governments have also punished criminals after they've concluded their sentence by not allowing them to vote, known as disenfranchisement. I hope to convince you that reenfranchising all prisoners and felons will not benefit society. My opponents say that there are 89,000 prisoners who cannot vote. As a matter of fact, today there are 5 million Americans with felony convictions who cannot vote. My opponent also talks about prisoners in the UK being allowed to vote only if they are serving short-term sentences. Voting right disenfranchisement is a problem everywhere, and government act in different ways. I am not sure if my opponent is saying the UK's solution to voting rights for prisoners is what the US should do, but I do know this. In the article, Former Felons' Right to Vote, it states that in California, voting is restored after release from prison and completion of parole, and probationers may vote. All convicted of felonies are permanently disenfranchised in the states of Florida, Iowa, Kentucky, Massachusetts, and Virginia. Robinson, 2004. Only 5 out of 50 states permanently ban all felons of voting. The rest of the states have restrictions on who can vote, but through a number of steps, ex-felons can once again vote again. By 2008, the number of individuals released from prison in the U.S. skyrocketed to 735,454. As a result, more individuals, families, and communities are impacted by reentry than at any point in history. Pinard, 2010. By disenfranchising prisoners and ex-felons, states are softening the blow society receives from those individuals released. The term civil death is defined as the condition in which a convicted offender loses all political, civil, and legal rights. Ewald, 2002. Ex-felons have some civil rights when they are released, and the same with their legal rights. They are protected from discrimination by race or ethnicity and can choose to sue another person or corporation if their legal or civil rights are violated. Therefore, saying the U.S. government punishes felons with civil death is not completely correct, because our government only puts limitations on their political rights and not on their civil or legal rights. There are problems with the criminal justice system. Taking away ex-felons' vote is an effect of those problems. Changing the status quo is necessary to return voting rights to prisoners. But I believe we should start from the beginning and see if our criminal justice system of punishing criminals is really stopping citizens from committing crimes and returning to prison over and over again. Thank you. That's it.